CIA strobing and net neutrality. You buy furniture. You tell yourself, this is the last sofa I will ever need in my life. Buy the sofa, then for a couple years you're satisfied that no matter what goes wrong, at least you've got your sofa issue handled. Then the right set of dishes. Then the perfect bed. The drapes. The rug. Then you're trapped in your lovely nest, and the things you used to own, now they own you. What is strobing? Strobing is a powerful form of hypnosis in which strobe lights are shined into the victim's eyes at a specific frequency that causes all voluntary brain activity to cease. The victim is then in a trance-like state and is extremely susceptible to hypnotic suggestion. The person performing the strobing then tells the victim the instructions they want, do not remember some event or person. The person performing the strobing speaks to the victim in the way you would expect a hypnotist to speak. In the end, the victim is instructed to awaken and resume normal activity. The victim will appear in a daze for several minutes afterwards with their eyes somewhat glazed over. They will slowly regain cognitive awareness and not remember anything about what just occurred. What is a strober? A strober is a small handheld device, 2 to 3 inches in length. It has 2 strobe lights on the end that when activated blink at a frequency of approximately 11.2 Hz. The device can be concealed in the hand and is activated by a small button. The person performing the strobing, as well as anyone else in the room that does not want to be strobed, must close their eyes or they too will be strobed. How does strobing work? First, I must say that I am not an expert on this, simply a victim, but my understanding is that strobing works by causing interference in the subject's voluntary brain activity. Through trial and error, researchers discovered that 2 strobe lights blinking at the exact frequency of a human's brain waves 11.2 Hz will cause the brain to cease voluntary brain activity. Once in this state, the brain is extremely susceptible to hypnotic suggestion. How powerful is strobing? I cannot emphasize enough how powerful strobing is. If you have been strobed, you will absolutely not remember the information that they told you to forget. You will pass lie detector tests, testimony to Congress and any other interrogation, because you simply will not remember. Who uses strobing? Strobing is used primarily by the CIA, the Russian KGB, and the US military for weapon systems. The CIA has perfected its use and has taken it to an extreme. They will literally strobe thousands of people to cover up an event or piece of information. Who discovered/invented strobing? Strobing was discovered by the Russians. It came as a result of research carried out in the 50s and 60s. The technology was stolen by the US after being observed on a hidden camera. We have seen this used in Cuba, here recently on members of the US Embassy in Cuba. Brain abnormalities have been found in the US diplomats who were victims of suspected attacks at the US Embassy in Cuba, according to a new report. Doctors discovered that white matter in the brains of embassy workers had developed changes, the Associated Press reported. White matter allows different areas of the brain to communicate. At least 24 US embassy officials in Cuba had reported hearing loud, grating noises before experiencing ear issues, hearing loss, dizziness, headache, fatigue, cognitive issues, and difficulty sleeping. Some victims knew immediately that the attack was affecting their bodies, while some developed physical symptoms within 24 hours. After doing some gonzo investigation, we discovered something very interesting. There are 2 things the 24 US embassy officials had in common: 1, they worked at the embassy, this was a given. And 2, the night before each got sick, they all saw a movie together at a local theater. This should make you question how they can really affect the human mind just by sometime as simple as a movie or web broadcast. With the removal of the new laws that affect our internet, companies will have the abilities to change programming in a wide range of ways. Much of the experimenting has been done with companies such as Bell South. It's almost funny when you think about it. with a simple flash of a few colors, say green, green, and red. Moments later, you don't care anymore. You don't care how the world has changed around you, how the big have become small. And how people like us, dear listener, have lost your voice. Know the creed, know the way. I have a message, I strong one from a movie, one that should ring in the ears of the ones that wish to control the internet. You may have one for now, but there is something I need you to understand. Remember this. The people you're trying to step on, we're everyone you depend on. We're the people who do your laundry and cook your food and serve your dinner. We make your bed. We guard you while you're asleep. We drive the ambulances. We direct your call. We are cooks and taxi drivers and we know everything about you. We process your insurance claims and credit card charges. We control every part of your life. We are the middle children of history, raised by television to believe that someday we'll be millionaires and movie stars and rock stars, but we won't. And we're just learning this fact. So don't fuck with us. Stay paranoid, my friends.